Today I'm going to showcase 5 mods in Elden Ring that were recently released that also work with patch 1.07. Well, for the most part. More on that a bit later. The first 2 mods we're going to look at aim to replace the torrent model to something else. So the first one replaces torrent with a dire wolf that the archers in the consecrated snowfields use. Now, not only will you get the actual sounds of the dire wolf, the character will actually be properly seated on the mount, because I have seen other mount mods where your character is just like hovering above the mount itself or the animal or whatever it is, as if they have a really bad case of hemorrhoids, but this mod seats your character in the correct position on the mount itself. I've always wanted to ride a direwolf in a battle, and honestly it reminds me of my World of Warcraft days, to be quite honest. But it's a really nice change from just, having torrent. And you can perform every action that you can with torrent with the direwolf. However, the double jump has a bit of jank where he's hovering a bit above in the air, or he falls extremely slowly. But other than that, in my opinion, it looks really freaking awesome. And it would look good with any character that has a lot of fur on their armor. And other places, I guess, we don't discriminate here. Now, if you're not into the direwolf thing, and World of Warcraft was never your thing, which honestly you have been blessed by God, there's also the option of getting Loretta's horse, which is really nice if you're playing a knight kind of character which has a lot of armor. Well, now your horse can also have armor as well, and I think it fits so well, and it's just a nice change from the regular torrent model. And even if it is Loretta's horse and it has some gold and blue accents, it can still work with a lot of other stuff. As you can see in the footage, I'm wearing Hoslow's armor for this, and I think it still fits really well. Now the next mod is a recolor for the Gravekeeper armor set, so the gladiator set. Now it replaces the white version, not the red version, and it makes the cloak a sort of teal blue with a really nice black. Now I think this is awesome because we don't have a lot of nice black quote-unquote skimpy clothing in the game. However, when it's altered, I think it's probably my favorite thing ever. I really love the blue and the black. I know recolors of armors, are simple mods for the most part, but I think they do add a lot of diversity, especially if you're going for a specific look for your character and you want some things to match, like if you want to make a frost bonk type of character, then this recolor is probably perfect. Now this next mod by the Roaring Forge is a completely new weapon that's been added to the game with a new moveset. Now there are some issues because of the patch 1.07, but the mod team said that they were on it to try and fix it and update it so it works. Now the thing that I noticed that was broken is the Ash of War mostly, and I think because of that it does kind of break some of the heavy attacks as well, where you won't necessarily get the effect that the mod has. However, everything else seems intact. I still wanted to include it because it is a really cool mod, and I know people love moveset mods and new weapon mods, so keep an eye out for when the mod team actually updates this. But it's really cool because I really dislike spears in the game. They're so slow, they don't feel satisfying to fight with, and not like it was in Dark Souls 3. And it was pretty fun to do a shield and spear build in that game when there's just something missing, and this really adds some really cool moves to the vanilla spear moveset. Not to mention the weapon itself looks freaking awesome. The name is Reine Des Diamants, which is French for Diamond Queen. Hey, my French is finally useful for something, guys. But it's truly a unique and beautiful weapon, and I hope you guys try it out when they fix it completely for this newest patch. Now the last mod I'm going to cover is probably the biggest one, as in it changes the most things in the games, and it focuses on changing spells and incantations alike. As you can see, we have a bit of everything in this mod showcase video. I really wanted to just get different types of mods for whatever people might want or need. Now this mod, it changes a lot of spells, it changes the gravity well, how it works, how it interacts with enemies, and if you do the charged version, it creates a massive black hole in the air, which then explodes and does a ton of damage.
Explosions!
You can witness this in all its frame dropping glory, but I think the issue here is that I was surrounded by a lot of enemies, so maybe that's why there was a bit of frame drop, but we're going to look right past that because it looks freaking awesome. The amount of spells it changes is actually insane. It changes a lot of blood spells, like I'm going to show you, the Blood Flame Talons, the Swarm of Flies. It also changes death spells, gravity spells, full moon spells, dragon lightning spells. But it also rebalances some of these spells. Some spells like the fire ones and the flame giant ones were really underwhelming. I will definitely change that and give them a significant buff. In a game where, in a way, your goal is to make the most damage possible, no one is going to want to play with the spells that do no damage or are boring to use. So I think mods like these are really a blessing to this game because they kind of fix this diversity problem we have where everyone is going to use like the same spells for the same type of build. So it's really fun to play around with, and I'm not going to showcase all of them, so I hope you guys will really have fun to try it out and try out all the spells that this author changed. I really hope you all enjoyed this mod showcase. Let me know if you're going to try some of these out. If you're looking for a friendly Discord to join, to hang out, to find people to play Elden Ring with, then the link to my Discord is in the description of every video, and everyone is welcome to join. So have yourself a wonderful day, everyone, a wonderful Friday, and I'll see you all very soon.